Hello, my name is Ari Waldman. I'm a person who stutters. This is my YouTube Tanya, Part 2, Day 51, Friday, December 11th, 2020, the 25th of the Jewish month of Kislev, also known as Hanukkah. I'm a person who stutters. I'm going to be practicing pausing. Here goes. It is a faculty concerning which one can only pose the question, ma, what is it? For at this stage, the idea in question is not yet clear or comprehensible, logically, since its details are still in potentia, emerging only at a later stage. Uche shemotzi kocho el poal, shemitbonin b'sichlo, lahavin davar lashura. When one brings forth this concentrated idea from from the potential into the actual, that is, when one cogitates with his intellect on the seminal point in order to understand a matter full well, that is, when he ponders all the details which make up the totality of the particular idea in its length and breadth. Length involves the range of an idea when one draws down a concept from a lofty level to a lower one. By way of a parable, for example, in order to make it more readily understood, he is lengthening it, giving it a greater range of accessibility, so that it will be more readily intelligible to a student, for a student whose capacity is more limited. One parable may not suffice. It may be necessary to provide a second parable to explain the first, thereby lengthening the concept still further downward. As Scripture writes concerning King Solomon, he spoke 3,000 parables. So great was Solomon's wisdom that to explain one of his thoughts, he had to give 3,000 parables. One parable to explain the basic concept, a second parable to explain the first parable, and so forth, until ultimately giving 3,000 parables, an extreme example of the length of an idea. The breadth of an idea means the multitude of details which the concept comprises, as well as all its ramifications. For example, the logic behind a halachic ruling in the laws of kashrut may also apply to laws governing financial disputes. This is the meaning of the word la'ashuro, full well. Understanding the intellect concept completely in both its length and breadth, la'amko. Thus, when one cogitates on a concept in its length and breadth and delves to its very depths, mitoch ezed var chochma hamuskal besichla, as it evolves from the concept which he had conceived in his intellect, i.e., when he apprehends in a detailed manner the seminal point of intellect, which prior to his cogitation was but a nebulous point of chachma. Nikra bina. This is called bina. Bina is the faculty which elucidates the details of any concept and apprehends it full well and in depth. Vehein heim avaim hamolidot ohavat Hashem v'yirato ufachdo. They, Chochmah and Bina, are the very father and mother which give birth to love of God and awe, yira, and dread, pachad, of Him. This is the end of my video, Tanya, part 2. We're officially done. Hope you like my haircut. Different from when I started it. Less hair, but it's neater. Pretty soon there's going to be no hair. So enjoy. It's just going to be a head, skin. The beard is also trimmed. Happy Hanukkah. Good Shabbos. And for you non-Jews out there, have a beautiful weekend. Goodbye.